Hello everyone. Today we are talking about discovering the golden ratio from nature and culture to everyday life. Why do some shapes just look good to us? Let's go back to ancient Greece to find out. Before we start, let's look at our plan for today. Our talk has four parts. First, I will share the history and math behind the golden ratio. Next, our second speaker will show you the perfect patterns found in nature. The third speaker will talk about how it used to make arts and buildings look beautiful. Finally, our fourth speaker will explain how this ratio affects everyday design and our sense of beauty. Okay, let's talk about the history and math behind the golden ratio. The story of the golden ratio starts in ancient Greece in the 5th century BC. The Pythagoreans loved math and believed everything is a number. When they studied the five-pointed star, they were surprised to see that every crossing line followed the exact same ratio. This never-ending pattern amazed them. Because of this, they saw the star as a sign of health and universal balance, and even used it as a secret mark to recognize each other. Around 300 BC, Euclid, known as the father of geometry, officially wrote about the special ratio in his famous book, Elements. He called it the extreme and mean ratio. For Euclid, this was not just about cutting a line, it was a basic building block needed to make perfect 3D shapes. Like the 12-sided dodecahedron, from that time on, the golden ratio had an official record in history. So, how do we exactly calculate the golden ratio? Since we studied math, let's turn this geometry into algebra. Imagine we cut a line into two parts, the short part be 1 and the long part be x. According to Euclid, the total length divided by the long part must equal the long part divided by the short part. That means x plus 1 equals x over 1. If we cross multiply and move things around, we get a classic equation: x squared minus x minus 1 equals 0. Using the quadratic formula, we found the positive answer is 1 plus the square root of 5 all over 2. As a decimal, this is a number that goes on forever without repeating, about 1.61s. Today, we use the Greek letter phi, named after the ancient Greek artist Phidias, to stand for this number. Now, that we understand the math, I will pass the time to the second speaker to show how nature uses this math perfectly.
The golden ratio can be seen in many places in nature, especially in plants, animals, and nature phenomena. First, in plants, a common example is the sunflower. Its seeds grow in spiral patterns. If you look in a clockwise direction, you can see about 55 spirals. If you look in a counterclockwise direction, you can see about 34 spirals. The ratio of these two numbers is very close to the golden ratio. This arrangement helps the seeds stay neat and use space more efficiently. Besides sunflower, pinecone also have similar spiral patterns. The scales of a pinecone are arranged in a way that allows them to fit tightly together, and this structure is also related to the golden ratio. In animals, the nautilus shell is a well-known example. Its shell has a spiral shape and expands as it grows, but its overall form stayed almost the same, meaning its proportions remain consistent at different sizes. This type of spiral structure is very close to the golden spiral, which follows the golden ratio and is often used as a representative example in nature. Finally, in nature phenomena, things like typhoons and galaxies also show spiral shapes. Typhoons rotate around a center, and galaxies have spiral arms that spin around center, and their shapes are also very close to the spiral described by the golden ratio. In conclusion, the golden ratio appears in many parts of nature, showing patterns and makes things look more balanced and beautiful.
Now we are introduced about art and architecture. To understand human aesthetics, we must look back thousands of years. Even in the Great Pyramid of Giza, we see the golden ratio. It's not just a term, it's a testament to humanity's early grace of internal balance. Now look at the pattern. When we overlay the golden rectangle, the element is perfect. From the pillars to the roof, the Greeks didn't just build a temple. They coded math into beauty to achieve what they call diving proportions. This intuition continued into the Middle Ages. The facade of Notre Dame uses the same ratio to create a sense of sacred order. It proves that across centuries, our definition of grandeur has remained the same. But aesthetics is also about us, the human body. Ancient sculptors, like those of the Venus de Milo, used the golden ratio to define the ideal form, placing the navel at the perfect mathematical center of the height. Leonardo da Vinci took this to the next level. In the Mona Lisa, the golden spiral starts from her eyes and flows down her shoulders. The hidden geometry is why her gaze feels so natural and hauntingly beautiful. Finally, look at the Okusa's Great Wave from Japan. It shows that this aesthetic isn't just Western. It's a universal human instinct. Whenever in a painting or a temple, the golden ratio is the bridge between the logical of math and the soul of art.
After hearing from my teammates, you might wonder, is beauty subjective? Well, actually, beauty can be calculated. Even the AI filters we use today are based on the golden ratio. If your facial features are close to the ratio of 1.618, you are considered to have a golden face. It's not just a face, it's also the apps you use. Icons like Apple and Google use golden circles for precision. This is why even the simplest logo looks so premium and professional. In modern design, the golden ratio is everywhere, whether it's photography or graphic design. It creates a sense of balance and harmony. Look at this picture. By placing the subject on a golden point, we immediately add depth. Well, creativity has no limit. The golden ratio is the powerful tool backed by history. So, next time you are stuck on a photo or a project, why not give it a try? To wrap up our presentation, today we explored the math behind the ratio, its role in nature, and its impact on art. Finally, we saw how it shapes our modern world, from our face to our phones. The golden ratio 1.618 proved that math is more than just code equation. It is a hidden code from nature and a universal standard of beauty. Once you understand this number, you hold the key to the world of aesthetics. Thank you.